and welcome back to hopefully a sound audio included Dr. Horrible's Dr. Ness's sing-along blog, prop shop. Most important question is, can you hear me? Yes, okay, now we got it. So, you should know two things by now if you know I do these live videos. Number one, what is he gonna make this week? Number two, what is this week's gimmick? If you cannot tell by my getup, I'm Dr. Horrible, or Dr. Ness, which we're gonna ditch very soon. Fantastic. Yes. Amazing. I wish there was a longer theme song for the Dr. Horrible musical, but there isn't. It's just doo-doo, doo-doo. Anyways, this week's gimmick, first we're gonna get out of this. I'm glad we can actually hear, though. It's second time I get to put this on and take this off. Fantastic. We're gonna keep the goggles, though. I'm still with the goggles on that. Adjust this so we can see more of our work area. This week's gimmick, which will start once we've been live for, we'll say, 5 minutes, to give me some rest and time to explain to anybody who shows up, is that if you say sing it, or sing something, sing what you're doing, whatever, I'm going to sing about what I'm doing. But if you say character, blah, 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 you can just name a character, and I will sing as if I'm that character. Mostly someone I've cosplayed, like Ash, the Engineer, Jean, stuff like that. Within those, Captain America, too. I will sing as if I'm those characters. Singing being a very loose term, okay? We might as well go over that before we get into this week. Before we get into what we're building this week, we'll do a little background as to why I think it's a good idea for me, of all people, to sing. When I was a young boy, but a wee lad, we're actually going to Google this so we can get the story 100% correct. But when I was a lad, I was more or less forced to take piano lessons. You know, as that happens, if you... Normally, you're always forced to take piano lessons, but I was personally, Mom said, you gotta go to piano. I don't know how long ago this was, but it was long enough for me to forget how to play piano in that amount of time. So I took piano lessons for 2 years. I hated piano lessons for the simple fact that it was on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, at that time in my youth, Star Wars The Clone Wars was on. That is the greatest animated show I ever loved as a kid. There were only 3 of us who took piano. Exactly, Macy. Darn good show. Or, maybe not use piano. But 3 of us took piano. I tried to go last. Then I tried to go in the middle. You see, it always played... Seriously, Star Wars The Clone Wars always played right as we took piano lessons. She would let us use her TV to watch it. But I could never finish an episode while I was playing, while we were in piano lessons. It would be... Okay, there's 10 minutes. I got the first 10 minutes. Okay, now it's my turn, but it just went on commercial, which means I'd miss at least 5 minutes of important stuff. Then it was theirs turn, and I'd see the end of the episode. But I'd always miss some of it. So I didn't care much for piano, alright? I had more important things to do. I mean, I just rewatched it later, like Saturday, they had a rerun of it. Oh, wait, are we 5 minutes in yet? Oh, we're almost 5 minutes in. At 5 minutes in, we'll start doing singing. But after piano, after 2 years of piano, Mom wanted us to learn an instrument. So I copped out of that and sang, I would like to take vocal lessons because I sucked at piano. There's G somewhere, and I can find G 3 years ago. Now I don't know how many of the alphabet is on the piano. It's A, B, C, D, G, and then it goes A, B, C, D again, I think. But I don't really actually know. Okay? So, I copped out of taking a new instrument. Brody took guitar. Dara took drums. Yeah. I took vocal lessons. I know. You should be sad for me. 'Cause a 12-year-old boy taking vocal lessons, tell you something, those vocal lessons won't matter in about, 2 years, buddy. Sucks for you. So yeah, basically, I know how to sing. So for this week's, I still have the Dr. Horrible glasses on. If you want to go back and rewatch it, we played the theme. I had the full get up, what I could scrap together in 10 minutes. But So this week we're going to sing. So if you tell me to sing it, or you can also subsequently tell me to stuff it, in which means I will stop singing. But if you tell me to sing it in chat, I will start singing about whatever I'm doing. If you tell me to sing or something like that, or you can tell me to sing as a character. So like, say you wanted me to sing as the engineer, I would do a little sing song, maybe a rap. A rap, also a very loose term. I am a white guy, so rapping is very loose. I know this is taking a lot before we actually get into building something, but that's okay. Okay, 5 minutes is up. So just type sing it in the chat. I will sing about whatever I'm doing. Type character sing, and I will sing as if I'm a character that I've cosplayed or not cosplayed. You'd have to suggest though, because if you just type in character sing, I will just say, oh, I'll be Jean-Arc from RWBY. I'll do a song about him. So yes, basically say, type in sing it if you want me to sing, type in character sing it or something like that. I'll sing as a character I've cosplayed or a character I really like. But for the nitty gritty of this week, I'm going to permit myself to swear once, just so I can tell you the title of what I'm making. I got an axe handle earlier today from the store, from Runnings, good old Runnings. And we're going to be making the Betsy Ross that Colonel Stars and Stripes uses in the movie. This is the only swear I'm going to say. Kick-Ass, okay? Kick-Ass 2, said it twice. But in and I'm just going to say KA for the rest of this. In KA2, he's absolutely my favorite character. I liked KA1. You know, it's a stupid, violent, whatever movie, but it's also technically a superhero movie, so I enjoy it a lot. So in KA2, we are introduced to a patriotic character, and if it's, you know, any character that's patriotic is going to be instantaneously a favorite of mine by basically default. Anybody that wears the Stars and Stripes, you know, has good morals and values, just like Colonel Stars and Stripes does, you know, I'm going to be a fan of that character. I've cosplayed him before for Halloween quite a few years ago, so if you ever want to know what's wrong with my brain, it's that I dressed up as a character from a super duper violent movie when I was a kid, so yeah, that helps. No, but we're going to make the axe handle. I used to think it was called Old Hickory, because that makes sense, you know, it's like axe, it's wooden. Old Hickory is Andrew Jackson's nickname, but no, it's called the Betsy Ross, which I thought was kind of interesting. No, his axe handle is called the Betsy Ross, and I made this before, but this is the proper axe that he uses for it. This is the one I made when I first dressed up as him all those years ago. It's a bit crude. I used the axe handle I had at home. This axe handle is not right. See, this is a curved axe handle. It's meant for whatever chopping. It's meant for single-sided axes, whatever, single-bladed. This one is normally meant for double-headed, I think. I think that's probably the term. Either way, this is more of a swinging axe. I guess they're all swinging axes. I don't know, I sound like an idiot. But anyways, this is the first one I made. The axe itself isn't proper, isn't what it should be. It's not the proper shape. And also, it feels cool, you know. It feels cool to like be like, yes, I'm gonna beat someone over the head with this. But it's also kind of crude. As you can see, I don't know how to draw stars, which means if I don't know how to draw stars, I subsequently don't know how to paint stars. Still don't know how to do that, but I can cut out things that are better. The handle itself is still very well. I think that's fine. But the overall shape just doesn't lend itself right. In the middle, he has these little flag parts. I can't remember what they say exactly. One for sure says these colors don't run. Yeah, that was like 3 years ago. Don't look at my penmanship too well. One for sure said these colors don't run. As a kid, I don't remember what the other one said, but I decided to put "In God We Trust" on the other side, because I just think it's funny to hit somebody with something that says "In God We Trust." And this banner actually looks better. It actually sort of looks like a wavy banner. So yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing, but we're going to be taking it from this one. This axe handle I didn't do anything to. We need to cut off this entire part here, because his axe handle is flat on the head. This one's a little bit bigger, and his axe handle is broken. So it's like it had an axe head on it, and then the axe head had been used so many times it broke off, and then he just kind of sawed it off, made it flat. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to break it off. We're just going to saw it off. We're going to make it flat. Second, his axe handle is a lot more worn. See, that's the only part I really liked about this one, is that it was naturally old and naturally kind of smooth to it, which is really nice. And so, since it was naturally smooth, I was able to just get that old feel. But since I bought this off a shelf, it doesn't feel old. You know, it doesn't look old. So we're gonna start sanding it. We're gonna sand the heck out of it. We might just do a song about sanding, because sanding takes so much time anyway. I love the Dr. Horrible goggles. I just need to fix them. So yeah, and I plan on actually doing a live stream tomorrow also, because I want to totally finish a prop on camera. Like, I want to show almost all the work on camera. Obviously, I'm not going to spray paint it on camera. That's just kind of weird. But I want to 100% make a prop on camera, you know, if that makes sense. So hopefully people watch this. If they do, if they don't. So we're already 10 minutes in, we've just been talking. Basically, whenever a bunch of people join, I'm going to go over the rules again. But anybody just tells me to sing it, I'll sing it. I'll sing about anything, really. That's the theme for this week. That's this week's gimmick. So yeah, let's get started. I don't know why we've been talking for so long without whatever. Basically, I didn't have a lot of time, though, since I got home 20 minutes before actually needing to start this. And I try to start on time. I didn't start on time this week, sadly. So we used the sports wrap tape. Anybody who's watching this and wants to go get me some white sports wrap, that would be really awesome. I really need some white sports wrap. And we also used this rubbery red stuff. It was used for connecting hoses. But that's kind of flaking on this old one, so we're going to use red tape for the handle, and might use white electric tape. It's just both red and white electric tape for the handle here, depending on whether or not someone of my lovely family goes and gets it. We're also going to do all the sanding this week. We're going to chop off the axe head here. Not the axe head, but this part that we just don't need. And we're going to sand that down. And then we're going to see if I can wood burn. Yes, I know, dangerous, right? If I can wood burn in the design of these banners. All right? So hopefully that's what we can do this week. Hopefully my camera is pointed far enough to actually see the workspace. We'll do one of these Dr. Horrible things he's done before. He does that, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure. He does that one time or another. So, since no one's watching right now, I'm just going to Google some reference images. Like I said, I got here 20 minutes before I had to start the live stream. And I'm as prepared as always. So, it's called the Betsy Ross, whatever. The Betsy Ross. It's really just like a stick. Like, no one ever calls it an axe handle. It's just like, it's his stick. I'm like, oh, that's nice, I guess. So we can sing about anything. If anybody types anything in chat, I will sing it. You can tell me to sing one of your favorite songs, and I will also try to sing. If I don't know it, I'll just butcher it based on the name. Yeah, I'll literally sing about anything. That's this week's theme. Every 10 minutes, I will sing no matter what. If nobody comments, sing something, I'm just going to sing anyways. So basically, when we hit 20 minutes on the live stream video, which is in 6 more minutes, I will sing about, say, the engineer. You know, I'll do a rap in his point of view or something. Anyway, so every just 10 minutes I'm going to sing anyway, just that way it doesn't get too, so it doesn't get too bland. That's the whole goal, So yeah, there's actually quite a few reference images. And yeah, so one side for sure says these colors don't run, and I knew that for sure. But I don't know what the other side says. These colors don't run, and I might still just do In God We Trust, because I still like that idea. It's another American phrase, words to live by. These colors don't run, and hey ho, let's go. Okay, I thought that was kind of stupid. Okay, got it. I can now remember why I didn't like it. These colors don't run is a really cool American phrase. Hey ho, let's go. I still don't get that. I don't know if that's an American thing. I think that's words to a song somewhere. Sing-a-ston. Okay, seeing as how I watched Beauty and the Beast, when I was a kid, and haven't rewatched it since, nor seen the new movie, we will sing like Gaston from what I can remember. So, no one kills a bear like Gaston. No one has great hair like Gaston. No one has every tricep malfunction like Gaston. No one eats like Gaston. No one hags like Gaston. No one pegs like Gaston. Belle. Le Fou, you fuel. Okay, Gaston. No, I really, yeah, okay, there we go. I got it. We sort of did it there. He has a really cool song, and I would like to learn that song. I don't know it, though. It's something like that. He eats like 12 dozen eggs. He sings that too. Every inch of my body is covered in hair. I know that's a word from the song that he sings. I know that for sure is a... I think, okay, maybe I lied. Yeah, so it's These Colors Don't Run, Hey Ho, Let's Go, this really cool banner shape on the stick. And I guess we can always just get started sanding. Oh, we gotta grab our goggles back. If we go into a character who doesn't wear the goggles, I guess we can take the goggles off, but just stop. Hello, Belle, how are you doing? Actually, just yesterday I watched a bunch of videos of, like, Gaston at Disney parks challenging people to, like, push-up contests and arm wrestling and stuff. That is funny. Now, that is, like, comedy gold, I tell you what. I absolutely love those so much. Aw, man. We'll grab a few more reference pictures here, and then we'll be able to start, get going, get gone. Ah, yeah, no. Nice try. It's always... Do or do not, there is no try. But thank you. I live to entertain. It's my passion, like Gaston. Nah, that was kind of weak. That was a weak save. All right. So, this is what happens when you start about like five or so minutes. Is that you don't know where anything is. So, I know I have sandpaper. Yeah, okay, see, it's right here. Absolutely ridiculous that I had it on my desk and I have all these little sheets of sandpaper here. So first off, let's grab the X-Acto knife. Actually, there's a sticker. That sticker is just going to get in the way of sanding, actually. It's just going to... Gaston. Gaston being my next costume. I had to get like a really nice wig for him. For Gaston, anyway. I would need a bell. A bell to take to the ball. Really a bell to just annoy, right? I could be annoying, actually. I could be really annoying to that bell. We could get a Belle cosplayer and a Beast cosplayer that I can shoot, and then he can subsequently throw me off a building? I don't actually remember exactly what happens. I saw the play a few years ago in Rapid. They had an actual, like, Broadway-style play of Beauty and the Beast, and I still can't remember if they had Gaston's. They had to have had Gaston's song in there. But yeah. We're removing a sticker right now. I know it's not very interesting, but it's what we're doing. So it doesn't just get in the way of sanding. I would love to be Gaston, though. That'd be so cool. I guess I haven't cosplayed anybody from Disney. From Disney anything, not just like a Disney princess movie, but like Disney overall. Well, Marvel doesn't count. I would say Marvel doesn't count as Disney. I mean, technically a Disney property, but it's not like Disney, you know. When you think about superheroes, like, oh, it's a superhero. It's like from Marvel or DC or whatever. But you don't like, oh, it's a superhero. That's from Marvel. Yeah, okay, see, so far, that's the only thing that's kind of like a burden about cosplaying. You gotta live so far away. There's so many cool people. You live so far away. Not really a burden about cos. It's just kind of like, you meet all these cool people, and it's like, man, internet friends, I just want to meet you. Be so nice. Hang out. Dress up together. I love it when you can just be like, hey, I'll be such and such character from such and such. I hear we're going to go to the same convention. Do you want to also be a character that works off my character? And they'd be like, yeah, of course I want to be a character that works off your character. And that is the most fun I've ever had at conventions ever. I mean, seriously, it is so great when somebody else is just like, yes, I will also drive to that convention and I will also be a character. I'm making it very generic, so we can apply that to anything. That was actually a quiz. You do, oh, man, you do a lot of photo shoots. Oh yeah, you took a lot of pictures. I should have guessed that, actually. That is too bad. Professional, like, really good photographer is hard to come by. My sister's pretty amazing. Oh, ooh. I grabbed the X-Acto knife and it pulled out of the pen area. That's dangerous. Risky business. If it'll work. And I do wish I lived even, like, near a city, because then, well, I do live near a city, but, like, live near a city where I could get a photo shoot going on, because I can take all sorts of cool, yeah, see, a lot of online friends so far away. It really sucks. But, yeah, I wish I lived near a city where I could take pictures in a more urban setting. You know, I did Ash vs. Evil Dead pictures out here, because we actually have an old, crappy kind of cabin, and it's by woods, you know, it's like it's a cabin in the woods, just like all the Evil Dead films have it. Which, you know, it works out. It's really cool. It works for him. And once a year. Yeah, that's true. It's really just like a maybe once a year, the people that live so far away. There's no magic or nice way to take stickers off. It just sucks. It's going to bother me so much. I guarantee you when this is over, I'm just going to look up Gaston's song, and I'm going to try to sing it to my heart's content. Stupid sticker residue. That would just be like your camera on auto timer or something, right? You do photo shoots by yourself. It'd be like, set the camera, run, pose. All right, sweet. Ah, I blinked. That, to me, sounds very tedious. Also sounds like I just don't have the patience for something like that. Even if it's just like a phone camera or a nice camera, not a super... I can be kind of patient, but I don't know if I could do a photo shoot by myself. Yeah, have we gone 10 minutes yet? Oh, we're well over 10 minutes, wow. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it's also hard to find people, like where I live, there aren't a lot of people that also do cosplay. So... I never get to have somebody else there for a photo shoot unless I meet them at a con and we say, hey, you want to go outside and we'll go do a photo shoot or something, you know? Yeah. Normally my sister takes all my pictures too. It's been over 10 minutes actually, but we did sing the Gaston song, so we'll sing about, I guess we might as well do our engineer by now, even though there's probably no one here to appreciate it. I worked on a bit of an engineer rap while I was working here. I actually cannot see if anybody's commenting. Alright, fantastic. Hey look, buddy, I'm Wolverine mean. You don't want to mess up against me and my machines, cause I'm 100% Texan, and you best I'll be erecting all this hurt that I'm dispensing on you. Make a bet then. Sounds better in my head, but I like it. It rhymes fairly well enough. I don't even know if I did the engineer voice right. But that would be like if someone said, do a rap as a character who doesn't have their own song already. I would just do a little, like, rap like that, a little spiel. Oh, wait, put the goggles on the hat. I gotta keep the goggles on. We got 4 people. Yeah, see there. Yay, somebody loves it. Awesome. I love doing the engineer voice. Hey ho there, partner. Hey ho, let's go. Yeehaw. Hey look, buddy. Yeah. Love the engineer's voice so much. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, 2 years of vocal lessons. Hopefully they can amount to something. Or at least looking like an idiot. I don't look like an idiot, though. It's a lot of fun. We're almost done taking a sticker off. Oh, yeah, totally voice actor in the making. You should have, wish we were friends for the first couple of live streams. You could, I mean, you can still go back and watch them. But I did a bunch of voices for a lot of them. I love doing voices. It's so much fun. I did, it's me, Mario. I did an Italian voice. Oh, do McCree? Oh, that's pretty easy. He doesn't wear goggles. He just has this. My ultimate's charging. I'm your Huckleberry. Woo! Oh, sing as McCree. Yeah, okay, sing as McCree. You must be a fool to challenge me to a duel. Buddy, you're approaching your doom. Grab your pistol from your leather because it's high noon. I really want to be McCree one day also, just because the Texas accent is so much fun. I'm your Huckleberry. Slow down there, hoss. McCree's got a different engineer has a more, hey, spy stepping my century. He's got a rougher Texas voice. McCree's got a more smoother honey molasses voice. Like I'm from San Antonio. It's like, I don't know, something like that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I really can't even do Soldier's voice that well, actually, which is funny. But I really want to do McCree one of these days. I want to do, mostly I really like patriotic characters, so I'd want to do the McCree Summer Games skin and get like a scarf or whatever, the thing that's the flag. I don't want to use an actual flag, it's just not right. But I mean, I would like to get like a flag poncho, and I would like to get like the USA, and he kind of wears like a plaid shirt and stuff. It's really cool. I absolutely love that. It's like, oh, any excuse to be a super patriotic version of a character, I am all for. Because that is just so dope. I have a real saw. I have a real, actual, better saw. But do I have it with me? No. So, I own 3 saws. 2 of which are really nice. One of which is this one that we have here today. Tracer and a little Diva. Cheers, love. Cavalry's here. Tracer is just... British is hard. I mean, good job. Because, God, Brits... The British stuff, that's just difficult. Mom, a spot of tea, governor. Alright, then. Oi. What are you doing? Diva. Diva's very high-pitched. Something like that. I don't know. What is... She's South Korean? North Korean? I don't know. North Koreans are the bad Koreans. No. Diva. Korean. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to do a Korean voice without being... Probably without sounding really racist. Which is the only... Yeah. Try Korean voice? It would just sound the same. I would probably just say hello. You know, just be... Oh, wow. Hit the camera with the axe. Nice going there, bozo. Oh, no, wait. We're back to... I always forget to put the goggles back on. I'm Dr. Ness, or Dr. Horrible. Dr. Horrible's evil cousin. Well, I guess Dr. Horrible's already evil. Dr. Horrible's not so evil cousin. Is that about... Is that where we want to cut it? I am Bruce Lee. See, I wouldn't know how to... He's not Korean even, but I mean, I wouldn't know how to do a Korean voice. You know, how would I differentiate that from just being like, hello, would you like some fried rice? Do you want fried rice? Try doing Soldier 76. Soldier 76. Okay, see, I'm a Team Fortress 2 guy first, so... when you say soldier, I always think normal soldier. Soldier 76. I'm not your father. I've got you in my sights. Young punks, get off my lawn. I guess the mask is over there. I could just grab it, but I'm not going to do that. I can't do his voice very well. I really can't. But it's like, in my day, we'd have this payload moved by... No, but see, it's gruffer. Back in my day, we'd have this payload moved by now. It's like, can't, you know, it's like he can't breathe. I mean, he really can't breathe very well at all. I want to do that. Damn it. Which is absolutely why I hate this saw. That's it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for somewhat thinking that that impression was not horrible. Yep. See, I guarantee this isn't going to be straight. It's going to bother me. I really wish I had my other saws, but I know they aren't here. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not. I'm good at all. I'm great at shop safety, as you can tell. Last week I burnt my hair, burnt myself on the hot glue gun. I am really good at shop safety, so don't worry about it. I got that covered. We are going to check another reference image here to see how far we need to cut that piece off. Okay. I think I'm 90% sure where this needs to be. I have a vise. Yeah. There we go. I always forget there's brains with these good looks. A vise just makes doing this entire thing so much easier. Oh boy. Really, if I had, I mean, I do have a saw in the shop, like an actual, what time is it? We've done enough singing, I think. We're 30 minutes in, but we've also done several songs so far. I have an actual shop with an actual saw, like a big, giant rotary saw. But here we are, unscrewing this vise. Alright, there we go, that should be enough. And now we just gotta screw the vise back up, get it nice and tight. Boy, that's not gonna work. We need to move it over. Alright, so there we go. Then this vise should, theoretically, allow us to, well, it's a vise, so it should allow us to hold the axe in place as we cut it to reduce risk of harming our person. So we got that screwed onto the table. Now we gotta do a little spindle. Oh, well, you know what? We can do try to get a little side view here. That is tighter. We need to go looser. What does that do? What does the vise do? The vise allows me to clamp down something so it doesn't move, so I can cut it. Oh, there it is. And now we can do a side view because it's on a little ball hinge joint. Hopefully, I will be able to keep the axe handle still enough. Now you get to see me unscrew it, and it gets to go fast. The vise should let me be able to not cut myself on the axe. There we go. There it is. Now we get to close it. I know, it's fascinating stuff. And here we... Alright, fantastic. And then we just take this little piece again. We'll go up with that. See, now I can't remember which part tightens it or loosens it. Okay, loosens the other way. Or is that tighten? Okay. Nope, that's gotta be looser. Looser, more loose. Yeah, the axe is gonna start hitting that. Okay, yeah, so that's the loose part. And now we get to move it over to here, so that way now we can see this part of it working. And we are going, so can we move that part? No, that part is an independent. That part is an independent contractor, and it will not move on its own. So we're going to make sure the vise is nice and secure. And okay. Fantastic. Okay, we strong-armed our vise into place, which is nice. I keep looking and expecting me to find a saw somewhere. We're not going to find the saw anywhere. That's the real key to this magic. You didn't see what I did there, but there was a lamp on the side of the table, and it was just really in my way. It's bothersome, really. Oh, the prop. The prop is for Colonel Stars and Stripes from KA2. I'm not going to say it, but if you just type in KA2 Colonel Stars and Stripes, you will see the prop. This is the first version I made. It was made using the wrong kind of axe handle. He has a straight axe handle. This one is curved. It's a really cool prop. It's called the Betsy Ross, which is a person that knew the American flag. So it's the stick he uses. This is kind of his main weapon in KA2 and Kick Butt, the movie, except it's not butt. And And basically what I'm going to do is it's flat on the top, and I'm going to cut off this top part so it's flat instead of where the axe head would go. So I'm making it out of an axe handle again still, and yeah, so it's really cool. It's really cool. I really like Colonel Stars and Stripes as a character. He's very interesting. He provides a really cool dynamic for team leader in that movie. I love superhero movies. I love ones that are really just about normal people being superheroes, and even if it's just normal people going against normal people, even if there's no superpowers. So really, I just like movies about superheroes, you know, the kind of everything like that. Absolutely love superhero movies. And Kick It, KA2, one of my favorites. Oh, hey, look at that, just in time. How did you find that saw?
What?
I meant the other saw. Oh, amazing. No, please, no. Just don't. Pat yourself on the back, really, I'm impressed. I was actually looking for this saw yesterday, and wow, that's cool. I have 3 saws, and apparently now the one saw I could find has been found. The one saw I couldn't find has been found, and that is impressive to me. No, but anyway, so it's a stick. He hits people with a stick, but it's cool. It's got flavor. It's got a wrapped handle that looked like the Stars and Stripes. This is the first version I made. You can look up the Betsy Ross Colonel Stars and Stripes, get some cooler Google images. Then it has a blue head kind of part, and it's got stars on it. And actually, where the flat will be on this handle, there's going to be a big star in the middle and 2 small stars on the side. And then there's these kind of etched in ribbons. This is my first version, so they don't look good. One side says these colors don't run in a ribbon. An accurate depiction of this prop, it would say, "Hey ho, let's go" on this side. I don't care much for that. It's not an American phrase, as you know, as American as these colors don't run. So I put in my prop, I put "In God We Trust." I think it's funny to hit people with a stick that says "In God We Trust" on it. I don't know where my mind goes, but I think it's awesome. So yeah, we're making this prop. Second time I've went over. I'll try not to go over all the intricacies of it too much, but I love it. I love the prop. I love Colonel Stars and Stripes. I love any character that's patriotic, and I also love a character who doesn't have any powers, and it's just like, I'm just, crime ain't cool, guys. We're gonna stop crime, you know? So, people like that. I really like characters like that. I really like the kick butt movies overall. So now I just need to figure out where we're doing. We're gonna draw ourselves a little Sharpie, because it's actually super important to make sure you line up correctly. %90 sure that'll look good, but really only 90%. You can't really see the line because there's so much glare going on. Hopefully you can sort of see it. I don't know. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Alright, let's get sawing. We're at 40. We're almost at 40. So when we're at 40, we're going to start singing. Yeah, Vice needs to be tighter. That's the only thing bad about this table vise, is that it's not a vise that's like secured into my workshop bench. I 100% agree with you. I am certainly more of a marble guy. And I'm going to be honest, DC is good. DC has some good heroes, and they've got some great villains. I think DC's villains outshine their heroes in a lot of ways. But as far as characters I like more Marvel characters than I like DC characters. That's just kind of the way it is, the way I ended up. When I was a kid, I read equal both. I lived too far away from a comic shop to actually get comics to read. But I mean, you watch the DC animated show, and you watch like the Marvel animated show, which is weird because I watched Justice League and the Batman show, and I watched the X-Men 90s-ish show, and I watched the Spider-Man show, and none of those characters are my favorite superhero. Captain America is my favorite. It's just weird how that works out. Like, you'll spend your entire life being like, oh, Spider-Man's on, or oh, X-Men is on, or oh, dude, sweet, Batman, Brave and the Bold, or Batman animated series, awesome. But just be like, Captain America's my first comic book. Love Captain America, and he hits home a lot harder than any of those heroes really do. But yeah, I'm more of a Marvel guy. But I read both. Like, after kind of getting over a bias, like, DC has its great upsides, but like, when you try to argue with somebody, like, like, not like arguing, but like, if you're talking about comic books, you're normally going to get in an argument. It's just like, oh, we got Batman. I'm like, okay, Batman is cool, but he doesn't make up for whatever. It's really hard for them to get past, we got Batman. Or, Superman was the first superhero, so you gotta like DC. You gotta like Superman. It's like, no, I don't. I ain't gotta like nothing. I ain't gotta like nothing. I ain't gotta like grammar, you know? Okay, yeah, see, first, like, person you even like whatever about is Batman. Crazy how that works. I want to make sure we're not too lopsided. Okay, we're not too lopsided. Fantastic. And we're going to go back into casual. If the camera doesn't shake and fall all the way off the table, that would be nice. Hey, look at that. We did, and it's sort of flat. Wow, I'm impressed. Oh, sometimes I impress myself. Wow. That is nice. Ooh. Ah. Alright, we're gonna get this unhooked. Yeah. It's like, you know, I love it as much as the next guy, but it's like, it's not real, man. What we're talking about isn't, like, real. You know? As much as I love, and, you know, as much as I say comic books are an amazing form of art and literature, and comic book movies are amazing, you know, just in showing that there's more than just being a superhero movie, it's that it can actually be whatever. At the end of the day, it's like, it's just a comic, man. It's just a bunch of make-believe people in spandex and tights. Even though those make-believe people in spandex and tights can help people, you know, learn things. I mean, really, there's valuable lesson in storytelling and about comics, which is great. But at the end of the day, it's like, don't spend this much time arguing about it. Like, we should just all love it and enjoy it. Really? Yeah. So anyway, we got that. Wow, that axe is, I mean, that saw was really, really smooth. So now this is the proper length. It'll be great backed. And that is cut off basically kind of perfectly right where I wanted it. So, yeah. So that's going to be cool. Sweet. So we got to start sanding now. We can do a song about sanding. Sanding deserves a song for how much sanding I always do. Let's grab out a little sanding tool. Figure out our grit of sandpaper. First, we're going to hit it with a, what is this? 100 and something grit. 120 grit. Then we're going to hit it with the lighter. I mean, as the number goes up, it's whatever. The lower the grit number, the rougher it's going to be. And sometimes you just need to rough it up first before you make it smooth. Most of these little sanding bits of paper have the number on the back. All I know is this is the rough stuff. This is the not so rough stuff. And this is the stuff that makes the stuff smooth. As you can see, I'm all about technical terms here in my shop. Makes complete and total sense. Alright. So yeah, we're going to hit it with the not so rough stuff, and then we're going to hit it with the smooth stuff. Just fantastic. And we very well might just sand for the rest of this. Because yeah, we're 40 minutes in, we're just... so first off, you can tell they cover the axe handle in whatever, some nice stuff so it doesn't rot. But there's little drippings of it on the very end. So we're going to take care of those. Oh wow, white legs. Don't want that in there. We're just going to want to sand somewhat on camera here. We're sanding, oh, we're sanding, oh, we're sanding, it's a blast. Oh, we're sanding, oh, we're sanding, oh, we're sanding. It's not too fast. We're sanding, oh, we're sanding, it's so fun. We're sanding, and we're sanding, oh, we're sanding. When are we going to be done? Not for a while, sorry, buddy. Because we're sanding, and when you're sanding, you're gonna have fun, 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 fun. Whether you like it or not. Because sanding's an integral part of this entire cosplay phenomenon. And if you don't like it, well, I could just go on and on and on. I'll tell you about this amazing cosplay phenomenon. And whether you like it, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to start repeating myself here soon. But sanding, it's a job that needs to be done. Sanding. I do it for you, hon. It would be in Snow White. Snow White, yeah. I did a musical, and I don't know anything about Disney musicals, so that's nice. But we're sanding, and we'll just keep on sanding, because once it's smooth, it'll be like a baby's bum when we're done with the sanding. But the sanding may never be done, that's the sad part. The sanding may never be done. Bum, bop, close the curtains, wrap up the show. We sung about sanding. Yeah. That looks good. Not really good, it's smoother. And that's all we really want it to be, is just a lot smoother. Really works the triceps, though. Can't hate sanding. Yeah, no, okay, that was like smooth as a baby's bum. Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping it would make some sense. But yeah, no, that's not a good idea. The baby would probably slap you. The baby would slap. I would actually really like to see a baby slap somebody. It'd be fun. Babies probably do that a lot. This sandpaper does the trick really well. It's not taking this bottom stuff off as much as I want, but I'll do the job. We're sanding. Oh, we're sanding. It's such a blast, but we're sanding. It doesn't go by so fast, but we're sanding. I wish it were in the past, but we're sanding and we're sanding and we're sanding. Like the mast. The mast. Like we're on a sailboat or something. I don't know. I'm sure somebody out there agrees with you. Because, I mean, you know. I know it's a lot, the hair, the bod, when you're looking at a demigod. I mean, I feel like if that fits with this. Yeah. Awkward. I'm sure as I'm putting my hand here, and it's covering it's covering your point of view. It's absolutely horrible. It's very rude. Point of view from what we're trying to get here done, and then the camera is still tilted up. Maybe that's better. Hopefully it is. I don't know. Should wear a particle mask when there's dust in the air. It's the smart and safe thing to do. But that would mean I am smart and or safe, which I may or may not fall under neither of those things. But yeah, particle mask when you're sanding or when you're messing with anything that can create something in the air, which is basically just dust and sanding, you know. Oh boy. Yeah, dust. Yum, oh, I love me some dust. And see, I'm so used to sanding, I go to blow on it, like go the dust away, and I'm like, well, I'm wearing a mask now. You can't blow on the thing because you got a mask on, you idiot. But that is smooth. Alright, so now we'll work on the further part. We already got the bottom side pretty smooth so far. It could be smoother actually. You know what? We're gonna put on the really heavy grit sandpaper, and we're just gonna make it a lot smoother. Need the fiber. I need this for my fiber. Yep. Nope, we're still not there yet. Nope, still not there yet. Still not there yet. I will call that good enough. Mostly because of how incredibly tiring sanding is. But it's great for the forearms, the triceps, and other lies. Maybe it is great for the forearms and triceps. I don't know. Let's see. We're just gonna keep on sanding this side then. That's what I liked about this first axe though, because it was already nice and worn down. It was already smooth. But it looks really bad, so. The new axe has it all. It's got a fresh, clean start, you know? My hair is still kind of messed up from wearing the goggles. Or we just put the goggles back on. Wait, worrying about that. Exactly, who needs the gym when you can sand? I mean, I still got to go to the gym, but sanding is where it's at. If you want to keep your gains over the weekend, you just gotta sand. Yeah, you can feel that in the forearm extension, the tricep extensions there. Oh yeah, totally. Smoother, a lot smoother. Let's see. Hey, Overwatch joke. But May. She's like the devil if he were made out of ice. Seriously, she is just the worst. She is very, very hard to fight against. I'm not saying that because I don't have skill, but I'm just saying. I just do not like playing against a Mei. Because they're normally really, like, I think it's hard to be bad with Mei, but I am bad at Mei, so I guess I don't know. I'm glad you think this is amazing, because sanding, I normally think it's really boring, but like a lot of people, 2 people, seem to be like, oh, sanding, it's not half bad. You know? The sticker is still kind of on here, and I really don't like that. Oh, that's probably the best part of it being Soldier 76 is that you can make dad puns. Like when I was at SodatCon just recently, there's a few other Overwatch cosplayers. I made some dad puns. Making dad puns is always the best. I love making puns, so I get a great excuse to make puns, which is really cool. Making dad jokes, dad puns, all that stuff. Alright, now I think we totally have the sticker off. 90% sure. All this sawdust. Oh, okay. You've never sanded. Oh, goodness. Let me tell you something, like, your life is not complete unless you're covered in head to toe in dust from sanding. I mean, seriously. You gotta, like, working with EVA foam, you get the black, like, dust that's the result of sanding. I love sanding. It's, by far, I normally think people don't like it, but people apparently like it. But, I love sanding. I love it. I love it just being smooth, which is why I really like EVA foam, because since I'm going to do so much talking and not so much sanding, but especially EVA foam, because even though it's gray and there's this like disgusting black dust that's the result of it, man, I love sanding. There's something about making the edges nice and smooth, like even though the edges can be hard and crisp or whatever, making the edges nice and just smooth, just smoothing everything out. When you fold a bunch of stuff together on EVA foam to make a dome out of it, it's normally got some ridges, so you sand it down, and it's just smooth. There's something about taking something rough and making it smooth is so awesome. Like, really, you're sanding. You're moving a piece of paper over something or whatever, or you're using, like, a Dremel or whatever to sand. But, I mean, I love sanding so much. I could sand for hours. I think it's so much fun, and it's rewarding, too, because you're going to get it smooth eventually. It doesn't matter how much time it takes. As long as you keep sanding it, it is going to be smooth. And I love sanding so much. Sanding is so awesome. Safety, we're still working on the safety part of sanding, but sanding itself is pretty darn great. We're pretty far in. We haven't sung in a while. If I'm gonna call this Dr. Ness's sing-along prop shop, we have to have some singing. So we will do. Let's choose a character, shall we? We'll do Ash. All right, cool. We will do. Okay, Stitch and Sew. See, so you have a totally different set of skills than I do. I can't sew at all. I cannot stitch or sew or anything. I'm just, whenever I need something sewn for a costume, I'm like, I take it to my sister and be like, here, do your magic with the thread and the needles to make these two things stick together. Like, you do just do your magic with the needles and stuff, and then I'll want it back. Yeah, I have no idea how to sew at all. So yeah, I know. But I do want to sing, so we will. Let's see a ballad from the Evil Dead. From Evil Dead 2, let's think. The evil dead are in the shed. I just chopped off my girlfriend's head. Am I insane? Is it my brain or is it starting to rain? Blood, my God, is that blood? There's blood everywhere. I put my friends in the ground, chopped off my hand, and it's running around. It's trying to get me. It's out there somewhere. It's in the walls. Am I off my rocker walls? Ball. No, okay. Well, anyways, I do just like the evil dead are in the shed. I just chopped off my girlfriend's head. Yeah. So I would like to do a full Yeah. Oh, how there's an actual Evil Dead musical. See, how do I always forget these things? I'm like, oh, I would love to make a little sing-song thing about Evil Dead, but there's an actual Evil Dead musical already. I should know because I want to go to it. Yeah. I don't know how I always forget that stuff. It's like, oh man, how come no one's done this before? I'm like, hey, knock knock, buddy. People have already done this before. You just thought of it now. You're slow. You got a slow learning curve, but yeah, no. I really want to go to the Evil Dead musical one of these days. It looks like so much fun. It looks so cool. They have one in Vegas. I know they have it in Vegas as like a thing to go to. And I go to Vegas a lot, so I would actually really like to go down there and check it out. That'd be so dope. But yeah, Evil Dead musical. If they ever need an Ash for the Evil Dead musical, I will gladly butcher all the songs. I would probably sing all the songs, but it wouldn't be as well as that guy. So yeah, no, Evil Dead musical. That actually exists, and now I'm really... Because I started singing that the Evil Dead are in the shed, you know. But, whatever, we need to get the song off our chest, even though we got painfully reminded that there is already a musical. Smooth. Again, not wearing the dust mask. Gosh, I hate my lungs. Man, I tell you what. I am a genius. Smooth. Smooth. Groovy. Need a smoothie. We're gonna get this smooth one of these years. I mean, it's gonna be nice and smooth. Let me tell you something. Oh, I cannot stop. Very cool. I'm gonna sing a random song. Let's see. Switching it back. Oh no, wait. Smooth. There you go, like McCree. Even though I'm pretty sure he wears chaps. See, I was like, of all people, I didn't think McCree was the one who was supposed to be known for nice. I know, like Genji. There's a thing about Genji, like, oh, Genji. For a robot, you know, being remade. Nice butt. I did not think McCree was part of the people who had to get... I guess, I have no idea. Yeah. Overwatch fandom. I'm not... I mean, I love the game so much. I haven't, like, joined the Overwatch Facebook group or anything, so I can see there being some fan... Ooh. Don't want to catch my hand on that. Oh. Just another Saturday night, making props, not going out and partying. That's the best kind of way to spend a Saturday night. Oh, okay, there you go. And Soldier wears, like, baggy cargo pants. Okay, sure. Go for it. You can have that one. You can have that winning fight. I mean, seriously, it looks like I'm wrestling a stick, just trying to get it in the right position to keep sanding. It's funny how that works. That's a good question. Cosplaying both. Loving both characters, too. So let's see. All Cap has to do is close the gap, and then he's won. But if we think about how much better, Captain America's beat several great soldiers who can shoot and stuff, I really think it would depend on the environment, because to a one-to-one fight, it depends on where they're at. So if they were, say, in a urban setting, you might have to be able to give the heads up to Soldier, being able to shoot and cover more distance than Captain America can. If it was also a more open setting, I don't see, it all depends. It really, because of how I'm so used to seeing fights go down, it could go one of two ways. Captain America could throw the shield, and Soldier, by all means, he's fast on the trigger. He could shoot a Helix rocket, he could dink the shield back, and then he could just light up Cap, right? On the other hand, you think Captain America should be able to tank all of Soldier's shots, right? So he could just walk up to Soldier, and then once the gap is closed, it becomes who's a better hand-to-hand combatant. So at that point, I would say if it ever got in close, Captain America would win, just period, based on hand-to-hand combat skills. If we say Soldier has the normal CQC training, close quarters combat training, that you would learn in the Army, Captain America would have that in tenfold. So Captain America outranks Soldier in a majority of shots. So I feel like Captain America would win. Even if Soldier can activate Tactical Visor, if he can't get a clear shot on Cap, it's not going to target. So he has the shield. So I would say majority of outcomes, Captain America would win. Because, I feel like he would actually win. Even though it's like, one dude's got a gun, was the Captain America so used to fighting against something with a gun. We've seen, we can obviously take into account Soldier can heal himself, but Captain America has to get close already to even hurt Soldier, considering he doesn't want to throw his shield and lose his only cover. So yeah, I think even if Soldier can heal himself, halfway through close quarters combat, Cap would win the fight, Unless, of course, but Cap isn't one to let his guard down, so I actually would say Cap would win that fight. But it would be a cool fight to see. I feel like someone could make a really dope, short, film, like Bat in the Sun, if you ever watch their super powered beatdowns. Those are really awesome fights. I would love to see them do a Soldier 7. They did a Captain America against Master Chief, which went exactly how I thought it would. Even though they do their fights based on who gets the most votes, and it's obviously a fan poll thing, not really a spoiler for how the fight goes, but at one point in the fight, Master Chief, when Master Chief throws a grenade, it's a sticky grenade, so it sticks to its surface. Captain America caught the grenade on the shield, I'm gonna lose my voice, and he threw the grenade back at him, and I feel like that's exactly what anybody would do. It's like, it's stuck on the shield, he threw the shield at him, it hit him, and it blew up, which I think is awesome. Okay, yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, their videos are really awesome. They are really cool. Now we're going over with a higher grain of sandpaper, and we're going to get it totally smooth. The first grain was to kind of get rid of the surface texture. This is to just purely smooth it up. Get it nice and smooth there. All right. Yep, okay, I know it feels really weird that I just keep, moving it around in my hands, but I just want to make sure it's totally smooth everywhere. Alright. So, since I try to be a little accurate with these, oh, now that is just perfectly smooth. Cool, so that is completely sanded. When I'm going to put the stars and stripes on there, the stripes themselves, based off of how it looks on screen, I am guessing that it is used with batting wrap, and what that is, it's kind of like sports athletic wrap. It's this white tape. So what I did when I first made it is I put white tape from however long to the stars and stripes for the stars, the end. So I put in a base of white tape, you know, white fabric-y tape for grip, and then I did red electric tape, and that's what I'm going to do same on this. For the stars, the blue flag, and the stars pattern, however, that just kind of looks like it's been painted on. So it looks painted on because it's worn off. Like, you see some of the wood, because it's supposed to be an older weapon. You see some of the wood coming through where the paint would be. So based on that and the screen accuracy of some screenshots I see, we're going to say that I'm going to spray paint with some wood paint, and we are just going to put, we're just going to spray paint blue, right? We're just going to spray paint the blue on there. We're going to prime it first with white, and then when we prime it with white, we're going to make little stencil cutouts for where all the stars are, and we're going to put the stars on this new one, and then we're going to spray paint it all in blue. So that way I don't have to individually just spray paint it blue and then try to paint, you know, hand paint stars on. I'm just going to make little cutouts out of tape so I can just stick them on the white. And then we're just going to spray paint it, and then we'll peel them off, and they'll be white. And then we can, after we get a few coats of that on so it's nice, then we're going to start sanding it, scuffing it up, making it look older. So the handle itself, the handle that the grip, is going to be white athletic tape with red electric tape for style, so that way it gets the stripes part, the red and white stripes, and then the blue and white stars are going to be all paint. So to answer your question, tape, paint. So that is what we're going for, and I think that will about wrap it up, because I only try to go for an hour or so on these things. Yeah, we're an hour, 13 minutes. See, every time I do this, like when I first did a live stream, I was like, an hour, cut, dry, done, did it. But I wanted to sort of make progress. All we really did this week was cut off the head, the little head part, sand it all down to make it nice and smooth. I'm very well, yes. See, thank you for saying it sounds epic. By whatever time, maybe tomorrow, if I do a live stream, I want to try to totally make this prop on screen. You know, I want to totally record all the making of this prop. So I'm going to maybe just paint this end blue. You know, I might just prime this end, paint it, get all that done, because I can't do any of that on camera, because I don't want to have my camera around. I'm trying to paint stuff or whatever. So yeah, hopefully I'll do all that by tomorrow. And then we're most likely going to wrap the handle, and then do some wood burning or sketching the flag parts, the In God We Trust, and the These Colors Don't Run, the little banners he has in the middle of the stick. So we're going to call that it. We'll think of a cool song to do. Alright, we'll do one because the hat's right here. Do a Western. My spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as we go riding merrily along, jingle, jangle. And they say, oh, ain't you glad you're single, jingle, jangle, as we go riding merrily along. Oh, wedding bells, oh, I may have done some fooling, this is why I'll never tell. Alright, that was enough singing for this week, because I'm going to rewatch this and I'm going to be like, oh man, my singing's horrible. So anyways, once again, check out my cosplay page, Ranching Nerd Cosplay, for watching this. And that is really it. So I would say, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And good night, Kevin. Cam.